So, yeah, let's go ahead and just dive in. Let's continue where we left off and talk to Tataru. Tidings from... I forget how you say that. Tataru has a request for you. Anything for you, Tataru. A solitary is just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise. Where is the Diamond Forge, Tataru? I just teleported outside. That was lazy of me. Okay. It's up this hill, I believe. I love that you can summon on the run now. That's so much nicer. Alright, here we are. Destination. Ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-da. I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Perfectly still? What? Who are these people? Right, everyone. Ready to go to work? No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. Are they gonna like, are they like tailors? They gonna set me up with some new gear? Or something? Did you see the look on my face? My character's terrified. What are you doing to me, Tataru? There, all finished. The Warrior of Light's every measurement from heroic head to intrepid toe. Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Solitary. All in good time. Aha, found you. Alphino wants everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. They're ready to tailor. Okay. What are they gonna make me?
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Who would you vote for?
Is that all? Oh,
I
then
would
the
vote
decision
for...
seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
Nobody wants to
I
vote
did
for
not mean to-
Thancred?
That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our numbers step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals,
don't
thwarting
volunteer me,
Agateses,
Thancred.
and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness, you're... Help! I need some help here!
What? What's going on?
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Do we know them?
Narco. God, how do
Oh.
Yashola! Please, you have to help her.
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Ida knows them.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all. Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance.
Okay.
I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin.
Right.
He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the
Bold
Griffin
move.
possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours.
Should I go to Gridania then?
Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard.
Ishgard, okay.
Explain the situation to Sir Emmerich and encourage him to send an envoy. Tataru, Krile, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
We were just trying to select a new leader, and Ishtola just kind of stepped up and took control just there.
Will be held as a turning point.
She's the natural leader.
The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied.
Papalimo inner monologue?
And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
What's that all about? Okay. Let's make our way over to Ishgard. Ah. Forgotten Knights. Alright. Everybody's doing well today. Greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard? I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emmerich. It's good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make, not mine alone at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? Well, time is a bit of the essence here, Emmerich. Thank you. Our representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handaloo that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. Solitary, pray accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury speed you on your way. Who are they gonna choose? I thought it was gonna be Lucia. Apparently not, though. If you have no other business in the city, join me at the gates of judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. Okay. Where are the gates of judgment at? Front gate, I'm guessing. Ba-da-da. Okay. I don't know if this is the fastest way to get there, but... I love that part of the song. Alright, let's see who they're gonna send. What? You're sending yourself? We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Okay. Not I concede that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone, not with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. Hey, Peach. I don't know, we'll see how far we get. Camp Dragonhead, you say? 9 quests? It just depends on the length of the quests, I guess. Some quests are a lot longer than others. Where is he at? He's gonna be in his little meeting room. Oh, he's not. Okay. The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me, Solitary? You may see a familiar face. Who might that be? Who might that be? Oh. Solitary, old boy. How wonderful to see you, and Sir Emmerich too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once, if you will excuse... No time for that. Do not trouble yourself. We shall be on our way soon. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to the Garl... to an Imperial. Oh, he stopped himself because Lucia is like a Garlemald person, right? And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel and the Observatorium. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm? A little bit, yes. You and me both, old boy. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Aw. I need to get a giant photo of myself to put on the wall back here. Yet we can but play the hand we're dealt, and with a little help from the veterans. I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old boy. Off to Gridania with you. I trust you. I believe. All right. wild thing are you saying in the chat, Thor? Okay. Where am I going? Gridania? Oh. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am as enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as when first I laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. Ba-da-da. Egg umbrella? I did not. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand, a pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. 'Tis like that. We are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? Let's go. How do I get there again? I think it's this way? Wait. No. Definitely not. I want to go to the Conjurer's Guild. Alright. There we go. Easter event is still here for another week, so... The envoy from Ishgard arrived. Very good. This way, if you... Well, and the Minson party as well. Oh, hey, it's, what's her name? What's her name? I'm sure they'll say it here in a second. I'd hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Semric. Admiral, always a pleasure. And Solitary, I trust you are well. 'Tis a day for reunions, it seems, I believe. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort. Kind of forgot their name, but yes. Ah, Ugiri. That's it. I was glad to hear from Riol that the missing scions have now been found. Oh yeah, Minfilia's dead, or in another dimension or something. There is much and more I would discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we? I notice we always do, like, the conferences here in Gridania, it feels like.
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alfino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This Griffin of theirs
Hey,
is a
Raubon.
fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
Mm-hmm.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people, too, would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
How are the Domans doing? It's been a while.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed?
Yes.
Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift. There is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defenses seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one.
But?
Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
Can't we just, like, stop them from attacking in the first place? That the Council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Ah, good. You have yet to depart. I feared I had missed you. Sir Emmerich. Master Alphino, a pleasure as always, and Mistress Talise? How wonderful to see that you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I had hoped to thank Solitary for serving as our escort before other duties called him away. I also wish to thank our Doman ally. What are you doing back there behind that tree? Forgive me, my lord, but I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation, and force of habit made me keep it to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mistress Dugiri. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer, were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed this other Seedseer to accept us both. I very much appreciated the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emmerich. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. Thank you so much for the follow. And full glad are we to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions, my friends, and we must return to Ishgard. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? That is how we adults speak, dear sister. Maybe the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. I like Owlie saying. Will you accompany us to Revenant's Toll, Yugiri? Oh, nice! Thank you. Hope you're enjoying the playthrough. Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I'm curious to know how Papalymo and Ida fared in their talks with the Sylphs. Not to mention what has been going on at Baelsar's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stone Xenon. Okay. So we are going back to Rising Stones, right? Yes. Okay. Welcome back, Solitary. I don't know about you, but I am heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. That said, people have been known to change, and if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. Let's get some scrambled. No. Let's go with the spaghetti. Griffin, Griffin on the wall. Who's the finest Griffin of them all? Okay. Another brick orchestrion roll. Well, as much as I enjoy the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. Let's go. Ah, you are returned from the council. But what of Alphino? Did some other matter require his attention? Found him. And apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Kral, how's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Taro's keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I am certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us the Council's decision. Each of the nations, Ishgard included, is committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzean Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial cop between the Resistance and the Alliance. Ida, you cannot seriously... One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. It may not be entirely unfeasible. There is a network of tunnels beneath Baelsar's wall, secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo, which may equally serve as a way in. Precisely. If all are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I am familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want. I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As are mine. It has been far too long since I shared a shadow with the shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Krile and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What of you? However you say their last name. I will return to the East Shroud and stand watch over the border. Should matters take a turn for the worse, 'twould seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany me, Solitary? Gridania will be safer for your presence, and while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask that you remain at the Rising Stones to pass on messages and so on? To hold the fort, you mean? Very well, I suppose the task must fall to someone. I'll do it. I'll stay here. You go to Gridania. Safe travels, all of you. Alright, let's go, Alphino. If you have any unfinished business in the toll, pray attend to it now. I would depart for the Hawthorn hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unobstructed view of Baelsar's wall, and I should be interested to speak to the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top. I'm ready. Let's go. Seems very peaceful here. Yeah. Solitary, there you are. Something Spire awaits. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to apprise us of any developments at the wall. Fancy meeting the two of you here. We were about to set forth. Indeed, I was about to say 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have a need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alphino. We'll have the griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Do make up your mind, Ida. Nary a moment ago, you seemed ready to shake the griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So which is it to be? It would be best to decide before we enter into negotiations. Trust me, Papalymo. I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part, I leave to you. I think I feel a headache coming on. Let's be on our way, shall we? Some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the Spire? Our Alliance friends will doubtless have news for us. Let's go. The Spire. Where is the Spire? Okay. Oh, is he on the ground? Where is he? Alright. Welcome, Warrior Vlad. I assume you are here to speak with our commanding officers. You will find them on the observation platform. Pray proceed. Oh, hey! Greetings, my friends. 'Tis good to see you both well. I was hoping you might turn up. I've dragged half the watch here. See? And the sight of you might help remind 'em why we bothered. If memory serves, I have not seen many of you since the day of the grand melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say what an honor it is to stand at your side. 'Tis heartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? All has been quiet. Until now. Oh. Report. What? 7 hells. Fighting has broken out on top of the wall. Full-scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. And what's that supposed to mean? The attackers say they're wearing Grand Company colors. Are they setting us up? Possible, we gave no such order. They're dressing up like us to make them think it's the Alliance attacking, aren't they? Of course, the wall was never the Griffin's target. It was bait. We've been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to this deception. If those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire will surely think we've launched an offensive. This could mean war. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin's supporters to slip into Alamigo. He could then incite a rebellion amongst the populace, which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Solitary, we must make for the wall at once. What? Just the two of you? Our companions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin, and if we can do that... Lady Hilda, might I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. We must prepare for Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. Things are heating up here. Okay. How did they get all of those uniforms? Also, who is the Griffin? Forward, comrades! The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. Very appropriate to go into the Fate music right out of that cutscene. That's actually kind of cool. From what Papalimo told me, the trail ahead should lead us into the shadow of the wall. As we have two objectives, I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straight ways for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades ere they stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall. Know that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way, but the time for subtlety is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through to the Griffin. Make him see reason by any means necessary. Dungeon? Once we are free of the tunnels, we will make for your position with all due haste, and if everything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us away to safety. I only pray that we have enough time. Baelsar's Wall now accessible. Cool. Anybody want to do this with me? I don't know if anybody's in game right now. Okay, I can probably just do NPCs. NPCs is fine. Alright, let's go. Commence! Probably honestly be more challenging with NPCs. No music? Let's go. Zoom out. I'm liking the music in here. All right. That part is like, I have to lead now and I don't know where I'm going. Okay. They don't have job stones? Hey, Sky. keep going. Sprint. Door is locked tight. Crap. Someone dropped the key back here, I think. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Open the gate. Oops. Let's get all the enemies in here. Okay. Will the same key card work for all of the terminals? Locked tight. Oh. Okay. It's a nice motif on, what's the song this is pulling from? No, I don't have any, like, formal music training, really. Uh-oh, what is this? My health. Ow. Almost there. Alright, there we go. Let's see if he drops a key or anything. It's not the correct direction. Which way did I come in from? Crap. I think I need to go this way. Huh. Talk about delivering the enemies to me. Things have some help. Alright. Whoa, okay. Okay. Doing okay so far. Okay, okay. Alright, alright. Whoa. Ow. Thank you, Thor. Armored weapon. Ow. I was like stuck. Okay. Rider29, thank you so much for the raid. Hope you're doing well. Okay, we took out those. Ouch. Ouch. I'm currently getting close to the end of Heavensward here. Not sure what y'all were playing, but... Whoa! Oh crap. So playing Final Fantasy XIV and progressing the story of Endward. Oh, okay, yeah, you're quite a bit farther than I am. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Heavensward pacing has been quite a bit better than A Realm Reborn, so it's made it a little bit easier to get into the story, I feel like. Woo! Doesn't look good. Okay. Ah! Is this the direction I'm supposed to go? I think. Yeah, I'm so close to Stormblood now. I think I'm only a few quests away from it. I still haven't seen the trailer for Stormblood, so that's something I'm excited to check out once I get through this. Five away, 5 quests. Let's... Yeah, no worries. Take care of yourself. Appreciate you. Thank you so much again. I really appreciate the support. Alright. There's the key. Run! I thought that wasn't even the end boss of this area. What are they gonna have at the end of this place? Okay. Sorry, team. I thought there might be more enemies up here. The NPCs are like, what are you doing? Okay. Hey, NPCs have feelings too, you know. Alright, here we go. Wait. I was gonna say, did they drop a key? No, they didn't. This is quite the wall they've got here. Oh, now we're going up against their troops. The invading troops. Ease, treasure. I like this part of the song. All right. I do have a limit break. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's this gonna be? Oh, is it the Griffin himself, or is this his double? You're the Griffin? This is the dude that was from the Crystal Braves, right? That betrayed us earlier? I forget his name. Ah! How many times is this guy gonna betray us? The music. Ow.
How'd you like these?
Oh crap.
Sloppy. I'll tear you limb from limb. Yeah. Sloppy.
Sloppy.
For Alamigo!
trap.
I have you now.
I don't know what to do.
How'd you like this? Yeah!
What? No, let me back in there.
Sloppy. Yeah.
The music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Sloppy. Yeah.
Ow.
I'll tear you limb from limb. Yeah. Sloppy. For Alamigo!
I don't know why I didn't predict that it was gonna be this guy. I should have thought about it. Ow!
Yeah. How'd you like this? Yeah!
Hey, I actually used my Thunderclap ability, everybody. You know what? Let's limit break this guy. Well, it wasn't enough. There we go. The music, though. Sloppy. Ross Dixon Ellis, thank you so much for the raid. Hope your stream went well. Hope you're doing well. I'm just rubbing it in. I'm rubbing it in. All right. Okay. I don't think I have the... I have throw. Here we go. Okay. I don't have any Mog Station ones.
You've beaten me, aye. But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
777th follower, let's go! That's gotta be lucky. Oh, 778? Still lucky.
We did it! We showed the bastards!
Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
Hello?
This is for Alamigo. For Eorzea. They die that others may live.
What are you doing, sir?
Vanguards! Attack!
Seven hells. Do you hear that?
Which Lalafell is that? Was that what's his name?
War machines. How did they get here so quickly?
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
One of the Crystal Braves ones, okay.
There's nowhere to run. We're cut off.
Oh, that scream.
Gods help us! What were we thinking? The Empire's too big,
Oh, you're just now realizing this?
powerful. Mighty Rolger, grant us the strength.
So did those crystal braids turn on Ilberd?
Oh.
I'm confused. I guess we'll find out.
There you are.
As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
Well, you wanted it, Ida.
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Ilberd, I should have known.
I do like your outfit, though, Ilberd.
This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand. You truly are a sheltered child, Leveilleur.
Did he get a haircut since last I saw him? He's looking very sleek. Oh, you've got the dragon eyes. I remember now.
Nidhogg's eyes. No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood.
What am I gonna do with those?
You say
I don't think I
no
wanna
mortal
know.
should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
This guy has clearly not
What
heard of
exactly do you
Estinian
mean to
before.
do?
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Summoned? You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal! You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power!
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
That's not good.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will!
Ida? Very agile.
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
Ooh, I don't want it though. Oh, what? Did you hear the sound? What was that? Why'd they have to put the sound in there? So he's basically gonna use like all this death and his own death to basically draw forth enough power to summon? What? Why are we playing answers right now? Hold on, I got a snoozing ad so y'all don't get stuck in an ad.
This light, is it?
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do!
There is one thing.
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Apolimo?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
But that's impossible! We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days.
Ah, Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Timtimati, of course!
Why he
the
wanted
staff
it.
still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalymo! I know how that spell works.
He gonna sacrifice himself?
It is time to leave.
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go. The further away, the better.
No! If you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida. There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here, not like this. Take her! Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
Trust in Papalymo and leave on the airship? Stay at Papalymo's side? I can't choose. What am I gonna do though if I stay at his side? Oh crap. Stay and find out? Trust or stay? I'll stay with you, Papalymo. I may not have liked you at all in The Realm Reborn, but I'm staying with you. Now. We Lalafels must stay together. Okay, I guess I'm leaving.
I think he means now!
I guess I'm leaving. I could still parachute down there.
I bid thee farewell again, my dear Ida. Let us see how good a student I truly was.
Is this gonna fail? We're just back in Gridania. Everything is right in the world. What? What? Okay. Entrance? Oh, that's where I went into the dungeon. Ida, how are you? Why? He's just gone, huh? Thanks, Ross. Take care. Thank you, thank you. Why didn't they let me stay? Papalymo was my friend. I should have been there with him. I tried to stay. He wouldn't let me stay. You could see it in his eyes, Zeta. He knew what he was doing, what had to be done. Master Louisoix wore the same look right before the end. Do you think I don't know that? I know, alright. I know! There's nothing more you could have done. Ilbert caught us all off guard. Even Solitary was powerless to stop him. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise that you will never forget what Papalymo strove to protect, or the lessons he tried to teach you. Don't speak to me. Leave Ida with me. Go on. Go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here. Rest in peace, Papalymo, I guess, huh? We got a song, though. That's positive. I'm going back in! Oh, okay. It is plain that recent events have shaken Alphino to the core. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and apprise our companions of all of this. Pray make your way there at once. I will send word to Y'shtola and others of our imminent return. I've been waiting 1 year and a week for this. Has it really been that long? Wow. Where is the Rising Stones? Let's do a side quest. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's do a blue quest. Oh, Orianje's back. 'Twould seem you bring ill tidings, brother. Aye, behind the griffin's mask we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Ilberd. I know not how, but he had in his possession the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual, even as we looked on. By the 12. I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires even every ounce of one's ether. No one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed. It was ever a last resort, as I am certain Papalymo was aware. Thus did the people follow in the footsteps of his master, even unto the grave. I have as yet been unable to explain how Ilberd came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. In the depths of the Sea of Clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind aspected ether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. I'm going to pause for a minute because I think we have an ad coming up, so I'm going to pause for just a second. have to check out whatever this clip is after we're done here. I have not watched those yet. It's on my to-do list though. Okay, ad should be over in just a little bit. Okay, I think the ad is over. Then mayhap it was the work of an Ascian. But now is not the time for idle speculation. Crow, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. As shall I. Let us be about it then. What? Without so much as a by your leave? Pray forgive Arcana Stola her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of her will to act. A desire to comfort ye to doubtless compoundeth her unseemly haste. I too must contend with this grievous loss in mine own way. By thy leave, Lady Elisee, I shall honor our fallen colleague through gainful study. There exist writings which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light. Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papalymo's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilbert's accursed creation without delay. What time we have was purchased at too dear a price for us to squander it. How close am I, by the way, to the finish? 4 more? What would you estimate in, like, actual time? Okay. So we could finish in maybe an hour or less. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it, everybody. Solitary, I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Shroud remains largely unchanged. Meaning, we still have no idea how long it will be before... A communication from the Alliance. One moment. Yes, of course, our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania, the council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the primal, of course. As of Ishtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall unchanged. Yes, but the Elder Seedseer doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I am told that Sid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to proceedings. A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones into Taro's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand. I haven't seen Sid in a while. Oh? Hello? Who?
A word, if you would, good sir. This place. It is within the realm of Eorzea.
He looks sick, though.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes, you're in Eorzea.
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port.
Is that his stomach?
Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order.
Towering traveler.
I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Oh!
Good God, man. Are you all right?
Someone get this man some food and water. Nope, nobody?
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Interesting. Okay. Da-da-da-da. I guess we'll find out in time.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, The cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice-damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon. Of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment.
Lance of light?
Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
So it's doing that while contained?
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
Hello?
What in the hells are you doing here?
What
Pleasure
are
to
you
see
doing
too,
here?
Garland.
Oh
If you'd
man.
be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Who is this man?
An old friend. Kind of.
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
Free agent?
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course,
Omega?
of Omega.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanow since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity.
True.
And as luck would have it, I'm graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame?
I'll go with your plan. I don't want to go in alone. I trust you.
Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose,
what are we going to do with Omega, then?
Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
Do I have a choice? No, but I'll keep an eye on him. He actually makes a convincing case. I don't think we have another option. Sid's disappointed in me.
He makes me grind my teeth is what he does. But I suppose we don't have much of a choice.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Cartano and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
Okay.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Cartano being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
Did you see him? Ugh. He's like...
My blade is yours.
Look on his face.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Okay. Well, that was a rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions, not least among them how Nero chance to learn of the council meeting in the first place. Getting a lot of orchestrion rolls right now. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Alizé is already on her way. This way? Wait, what? Airship landing. Oh, I remember where the airship landing is. Let's see, I think is it on the bottom level? It's like down there or something, right? Solitary Alpha Note, ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment. Lest you wonder, Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him? Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of that man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave her sight. She and you, Gary, are, well, here they are now. Right, I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Cartano? Might I ask we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying at the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh, I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating. Alright. While Alpino speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordona, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. And apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Ishtola and the others forthwith and join you as soon as I am able. Solitary, pray accompany Alizé back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guest. Right, everyone, heading to Mordona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. Okay. I'm ready. Let's go. Oh, that was fast. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones, then? I'm not walking there. Okay. Hey, look, everybody, it's the heart of the party. Okay. Ba-da-ba-da-ba.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
We like to keep things simple.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
Everybody else is all.
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Oh. He made his way here.
Good gods, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I
Zoom in.
spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Oh?
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Is it like...
Gosetsu,
Gosetsu?
why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
Oh?
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? Yugiri, you draw steel against the curse of Garlemald?
You want to join us?
Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
I like him. Oh. Solitary, wait. Could I speak to you for a moment? Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we ambushed you? Yes, I remember. Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. I'm gonna pause for a second for that. Listen to the music. Alright, here we go. You can try it on right now if you'd like. Ooh, what am I gonna look like? Oh! Dang, I'm looking fly. Okay. Is it coincidence that it's like my same like color palette that I had? Or does it just match whatever you have color-wise? Assuming we measured correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too tight, if you know what I mean. So how does it feel? This is... The default almost looks almost like exactly the colors that I had. I had the black and white going. You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. To have crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light is what... Well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in a blood pearl charm to, you know, bring you home. May it always protect you. Nice. Scion Adventures monocle jacket. Cool. I like it. Yeah, look at how close it looks to my current outfit. Pretty close. Let's go. What did that quest say? Fly free, my pretty? But we have to wake Omega up, right? When do we start? Ida, you? Are you sure that's... I'm sure. But I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Very well. I'll remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Alpino, mayhap you could return to Gridania and assist the Stola and Krau. Fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Carthano Expedition Party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while Solitary, Ida, and our Doman friends take care of the security. Gosetsu. The Excelsior is by the lake just outside town. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready. Let's go. Oh, nice outfit you got there. Okay, so... Is it this way? Where am I going? The wrong direction is where I'm going. Let's go. Oops. Not you. You. We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Cartano before Gosetsu graces the deck with his dinner. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given that Eileen Royal was still active when Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of its existence, and if Nero deemed it the obvious solution to the threat posed by this new primal, it is not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're flying into a fight. I'm ready.
Now, where was that? Ah! I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
Oh, that's nice.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
Uh-oh.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland.
I don't think I've met this guy
something,
before.
Engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
Of all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
He's going in by himself?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
He's still in with the Warrior of Light. Cool.
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
Nice hammer you got there.
You watching, Papalymo?
You watching Papalymo? Oh dang.
Leave this to me.
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
I don't really have a tank here, do I?
This one'll sting. No retreat. No surrender.
It's my right to strike.
Sure you can.
It's all over now. Your defense is nothing.
With soul and steel!
No holding back!
I was wondering if the other guys were gonna join in the fight.
An opening.
I have you!
Okay. Love this song. Surrender. We have you outnumbered. Barely. Wouldn't be the first time. Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back. Okay. Cool. Behold, the Red Baron. Now end this nonsense. That's... that grin. What the... Cool. Magitech cannon!
Your defense is lacking.
Is it working?
Tis my right to strike!
What? What's going on here?
It's all over now.
Am I dumb?
Leave this to me.
I'm confused. What? I don't think I'm doing this correctly.
No holding back.
An opening.
Oh, thank you, Sky. I was like, I don't think I'm doing this correctly.
This one'll sting. No retreat. No surrender.
With soul and steel!
You watching, Pabalimo? Your defense is lacking.
Tis my right to strike!
It's all over now. Leave this to me.
Look upon us, samurai of Doma!
I don't think I can actually hit him at the moment.
No holding back.
An opening.
I have you!
Cool.
This one'll sting. No retreat. No surrender.
With soul and steel!
Ready to stand your ground. Come back here now, please. Eh.
You watching, Pabalimo?
Ida, stop that. You're making it sad.
Your defense is lacking.
Tis my right to strike!
Ow.
It's all over now. Leave this to me.
I don't want to die here.
Look upon a samurai of Bummer!
No holding back. An opening.
Almost got him. You haven't seen the last of me, mark my words, it'll be you who rules this day!
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
We sure we want to do this? I have a feeling this is gonna backfire.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously.
Ah, fantastic. Surely it won't do anything that we
Once we release Omega,
don't want it to
we can
do.
be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
Oh, Ada. Well, what do you think? Is there any other way?
I suppose not. All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
She wants to be personally responsible for activating it, huh?
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty!
That's not a good sign. That wasn't creepy at all, Nero.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Is it gonna fight back? Oh, this is gonna be sick. What are we fighting? What is the summon? Like a Dragon Ball fight. Okay. So they just like gonna like neutralize each other to the point now where we have two problems on our hands?
Huh? Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
Or they're gonna join forces.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered the malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any
think it's gonna
unfortunate
work.
mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
He's gone now. That scene was crazy. Okay. I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's go. One moment everything was functioning perfectly and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon. Far edge of fate. There's no way we're getting all this resolved within, like, the next quest or two here. Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling towards the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Yet wait, we must first... The Elder Seer is expecting us. Worry not, Alphino. Gusetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks again. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand. And all there are eager to hear your testimony. Lotus Stand. Lazy teleport. Okay. Is this the last one? Or one more after this one? Feels very close to the end. The Elder Seer awaits you. I feel like they're gonna leave us on a little bit of a cliffhanger here with the world in peril. My friends, full eagerly have we awaited your return. Few indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you. And most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You are too kind, Elder Seer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. But tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, We were blind to all that followed. He teleported from the Adventurers Guild's, which is near Yom's from the New Gridania threat, but walked to the seats. I didn't realize where I was going, to be honest. What words could do justice to such a scene? Not of my choosing, that much is certain. But I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Gir Abania. The primal's might edified belief. It seemed the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magics as I have never seen, and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamegan soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eye it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. While most among us think only of Bahamut, when looking... Oh, Shinryu! I have heard about Shinryu and Omega. Primals formed, the Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer to it as such. This Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on the Girabanian side of the border. Aye, which is why we have sent our main force under the command of Marshal Tarapin to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Gridania's border and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his men when the council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega's stasis system, so even if it has fallen into the Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them, save perhaps as a statue. Correct. Without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they manage it at all. Such reassurances do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives in Gir Albania. Though Ilbert has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation. And by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Garlemald's grasp. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Ishtola and the others have gathered at the spire. I imagine that you too would be interested to see what has become of the wall now that the cocoon is gone. Gonna say goodbye to Papa Lemo, aren't we? Let's decide it then. Lead on. Lost in Gridania, lost in Gridania. Da, 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 da.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
Where they landed, maybe?
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilberd's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by a mega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
I think Omega and Shinryu were from FF5.
Have you spoken with her?
She is up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhap she would welcome some company after all.
I think that's
Shall
where
we?
they stem from. I haven't played it, but I think I know that much.
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Oh?
Ida, there is no need to explain.
Dang. Ida's pretty, haven't
But there is.
I
I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Sharlayan. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
What?
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
Hmm?
It was silly to think
I didn't
I'd fool you.
recognize.
I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago, on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
What's your name? Oh, I don't want to question question her in the moment. She's just telling us her story. I don't feel like we need to ask her why.
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise.
Lise?
When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
Ah. Hello, Lise. Welcome to the team.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
Are we gonna get to visit Domus in the next part, maybe? We've kind of been on this continent the whole time so far. It was brave of Lise to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Papalimo's loss, that one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on this road she has resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell to Taru and my sister. Oh. Not the song. Don't do it to me. Oh. Heavensward. Let the credits roll. Thank you everybody that made the game possible. Speak with Ishtola. What? I should do this, right? Talk to Alice? Okay. He may have mentioned, but Alfino has apprised me of all that came to pass in Gridania. Your only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. Blood. Storm blood. Lise has chosen her path, and as her friends, we must do what we can to support that choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Gir Albania, we will have a little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom one might conceivably save is not wisdom, but indolence. Correct? I, for one, look forward to joining hands with the Alamegans. and striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire, as I rather suspect do you. Here we go. Quick, Mitch! Quick march, the Imperials will come soon to their senses, and we must be ready to face their retribution. Ralbon. It is almost time, Father. Aye, almost. Stand firm, Pippin. I learned to brace myself against the charge of the bull of All Amigo. No foe will dislodge me. Very well, Ilberd. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. Oh, I like how the music died out there for that line. That was cool. Hello? My lord, Viceroy. Our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Baelsar's wall has fallen to the Orosian Alliance. The hunt for Omega and the unknown icon continues. Though both yet elude us, my lord, their battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces from the search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Forgive me, my lord. I did not intend. Your will be done. Viceroy. Unknown. My spies tell me the Domans call it Shinryu, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting. He looks cool, by the way. That was him inside the helmet? At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to eastern skies and behold their crimson hue. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. Good? Was that all of them? I'm like officially in Stormblood? I made it? I did it! Woo! Let's go. Alright. Step outside, please. Oh, outside of the Rising Stones, or you're outside of my physical house where I'm at? Okay. I'm gonna be really creeped out if y'all are standing outside my actual house. Okay. Let's go. Woo! Alright, we did it, everybody. I think this is probably a good place to wrap, but let's see if we can find somebody to... No, not trailer today. I'll react to the trailer separately and post that. I'm probably going to post this VOD to YouTube first, and then within a day or two or so after that, we'll do a trailer reaction video. Let's see if we can find somebody to raid, if y'all be kind enough to stick around for a minute. Alright, looks like this person is doing probably raid stuff, but feel free to just say hi and hop out or whatever, so. Thank you all so much for sticking around the stream today. I know it was a long one, and I appreciate your time. Thank you, thank you.